Hello, everyone. We're live, and thanks again for your patience. Glad to be here. We've got a great show for you planned, and yeah, I'm here with Teresa. So we're waiting on Sandy. She'll be here in a bit. So
Birthdays.
yeah, Teresa wants to read out some birthdays first of all.
Uh-huh.
We'll start that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a birthday yesterday. I'm going to wish him a belated birthday, Damian Alston. Happy belated birthday, one day. I have some July birthdays coming up. July 1st, tomorrow, is Jonathan Trimmer. July 3rd, we have Adam Bockwich. July 8th, Rip Shot Sutton. July 14th, we got Odin Lush. Linda Langley, July 22nd. She does a lot of the man animals, kind of like what Fizzy does. She used to do those. And that's it for July. And I don't know anybody's birthdays in July that I know. Curious, or do you know anybody in July birthdays you want to give a shout out to? Anybody you know?
No, I don't actually.
You
No.
don't? Okay. Do you want to start showing your stuff? And I'll go ahead and put a post in the group. If you want to start showing things.
All right. Yeah. Hold on 2 seconds.
Stuff, girl.
Yeah, I just realized I got these.
Oh, we got some people here. Welcome.
Shit.
Hyperliminal, welcome. Goose, Gauss, I'm going to screw that up. 666. John Nada, welcome. Jade Strawberry, welcome. So welcome everyone so far that's here. We got a few people here, Curiouser. And I'll go ahead and do a post real quick in the group for people who didn't get the notification. Just make sure you ring that bell so you do get a notification for the show. Right, Curiouser?
Yep.
And Sandy will be joining us soon. She's just trying to finish up on
I'm gonna start off with saying, okay, yeah, she'll be joining us. With the, I remember the word significance differently with a G. Right here at FIG, significance, which is now significance with a C. So this has changed for me. I remember a G right here where the C is. Alright, so that's that. Here's another one. Satellite, I remember with a... I remember one single L. Satellite. I remember it like this. Now you can see satellite has got... Oh, great. Okay, see, satellite has got 2 L's now. I don't remember it being spelled that way. So yeah, that is definitely a change for me. Those two words, significance and satellite. Okay, let's start with also there's a train that runs in France. I used to live in France for a while, and it was the hold on 2 seconds, French. Whoops. Train RT. I can't find it. Okay, I remember it RTAP. It is changed to, and it's not showing it. Why? Hold on, folks. What is, oh, books? Oh, there. Okay, it's changed to RATP. This is now the public transport in Paris. It's totally not how I remember it. RATP website, RATP, blah, blah, blah. So, anyway, so Sandy found some residue that says RTAP is what I remember for this train running in France,
Oh, wow.
Paris. Yeah, that's
So what for RTAP? Does that mean
yeah,
anything?
what it does stand for something, but actually makes sense both ways. So here, maybe I can see.
I was just curious what it meant. And did you used to live in France at one time? Didn't you mention that you lived in France for a while?
I did live there, yeah, for a couple
Oh,
years.
so lucky.
Okay, it's the regional. Okay, let's see.
I bet you use transportation.
Oh yeah, the transportation's
Yeah.
easy to use there. It's very good and everything. So yeah, everybody uses it, especially in the city, Paris.
Yeah, we have transportation here, RTC.
Uh,
Yep.
oh God.
Okay.
Yeah, I am. Thank you. Just trying to see something here. So yeah, that's definitely changed for me. I don't know. Nobody's gonna know that the change too light.
Yeah. Let's say
See,
took the
Google Translate. Okay, from we'll go from
Welcome, Boston Ray.
French to English. This is what it means. It's pretty much the self-governed Paris transport. So that's what it stands for. So you know that. Anyway, as you can see, it makes sense all different ways. But anyway, that has changed for me. Let's go here. So, oh yeah, this is the residue, and here's another residue. The residue was kind of hard to find,
Oh, wow.
but it does say RTAP is what I remember.
There you go.
Yeah.
Did Sandy find that residue for you?
Yes.
Oh, good job, Sandy. She will be joining us. Sandy will.
Let's hope she joins here soon.
Just keep an eye out for her in the back, the backstage, whatever you call
Oh
it.
yeah, I am.
Keep an eye out for her.
Okay, I wanted to discuss. Oh wait. First of all, here I just found these at work. These are miniature avocados. I couldn't believe I saw these.
Those are cute.
Little guys. Yeah, they're really tiny.
They're like little babies.
Mini avocados.
I've never seen those before.
So yeah, these are a new thing here. No, I have. I just, like I said, I just saw it the other day at work. So yeah.
You know that? I would try them out, see how they taste. I love avocados.
Oh yeah, I do too.
They're good for you. I think there's a lot of vitamins in them too, isn't there? In avocados, certain vitamins.
Oh yeah, they're very good for you.
They are. Interesting.
And this is. I just wanted to show that. What recently the changes with the sun is just incredible to me. It keeps blowing my mind that the sun, I am at a higher altitude. The sun's very bright here. When it is out and it's just bright whiteness everywhere, it just amazes me so much that it's so intense, so bright white that it is not the same for me anymore. It's just, I don't know about you, Teresa, but over there in the desert, she is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is just so extreme, and it's definitely changed. Many years that I've
Mm.
ever lived here, there's it's never been like this. Of course, we all know about the yellow sun change to white, so
Yeah.
it is hotter. The more whiter, it's more hotter,
Yeah.
and so I wanted to show these signs of kind of like for fun,
Gosh,
or just
the white
faded
ball.
out, faded
Wow.
out signs like this, just totally whited out.
I think
Sandy didn't.
the curious or the sun is more damaging now, and it's affecting the signs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. This is what the sun
Wow.
is doing
Oh
here.
my
Uh,
God.
Sa- Sandy did notice the font changes, and some of these stop signs are different. She
That's
thought they were
crazy.
all the same, but notice the font is different. And then I did notice an article, if I could
Mhm.
find it. There are some problems also with the sun, with hold on. I just wanted to share this article about the solar weather is causing satellites to plummet from orbit, and it's only going to get worse.
Yep.
There's having solar weather that is now bringing down satellites, which is very serious for us. Is the change inside all a new solar cycle, and experts think it might be the beginning of some difficult years. In
Mm.
late 2021, Operation the European Space Agency swarm constellation noticed something worrying. The satellites, which measures the magnetic field around the Earth, started sinking towards the atmosphere at an unusually fast rate, up to 10 times faster than before. The change coincided with the onset of a new solar cycle. The experts think it might be the beginning of some difficult years for spacecraft orbiting our planet, which are the satellites. In the last 5 to 6 years, the satellites were sinking about 2.5 kilometers, 1.5 miles a year. Angela Strom, Swarm mission manager, told Space.com, but since December last year, they have been virtually diving. The sink rate between December and April has been 12 miles per year. Anyway, satellites orbiting close to Earth always face and drag the residual atmosphere, which gradually shows the spacecraft and eventually makes them fall back to the planet. They usually don't survive this so-called re-entry and burn up in the atmosphere. The atmosphere drag forces the International Space Station's controllers to perform regular reboost maneuvers to maintain the station's orbit of 250 miles above Earth. She still isn't here. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to share that all with you. Also, let's see if I can find that. Hold on. Mm. Hold on.
You okay?
I'm just trying to look up an article, but I'll save that for later. It's
Sandy,
okay. Yeah, so I wanted to show that.
Sandy, you backstage yet?
No.
No? Okay.
Right. So let's see.
Yes.
Okay, so I have some important things to show. I noticed this is saved. I think I'll pass that. Okay, this is a place in New Mexico. Strange. Okay, Hardboro Wonderland, New Mexico's. This is the egg garden. Egg garden. It's weird stuff here. Ashpaw Canyon plates. 3-foot plates, cap rocks 5 feet off the ground, center canyon. Strange. Very strange, some of these canyons and stuff. This is a strange animal. I think Fizzy covered this a while back. It's so I'm just gonna laugh and notice the stars everywhere in shapes of land forms, but this one just caught my eye. It's strange. The big star. Where is this? Castle. I don't know what that is, but let's keep going. All right. Well, she better get over here because I don't have Teresa. Teresa,
Yes, yes.
you're there. Okay, good. All right, we got to get Sandy. Oh, I guess I have some more stuff though.
Well, you can always look for stuff for my
Yeah,
group if you want.
yeah, sure. Let me just share some more stuff
Yeah,
here.
stuff. There's always new stuff in there.
This is.
Do you know
Oh yeah.
that their CERN is up to no good again, and they're going to
Yeah.
go power on July 5th? If you want to read an article about that.
Okay, I don't know if anyone agrees with you on the spelling of this, but this is how I remember it, with a G instead of a C.
Significance. Oh, I want a spelling bee.
And this is oh come on, why does it do that?
The spelling is correct for me.
This is the other one. Oh,
Curiouser.
it is gone. Never mind.
All right.
I don't know where the heck it went. Okay, well, the other one was satellite, but I already showed. Oh, here it is. Okay, this is it. This is how I remember it. Satellite with one L. Okay.
Yeah.
Clear on that.
Wow.
Anyway, there's some red bar flag residue right here in somewhere in the city. Okay, and again, strange caverns here. This is
What the heck? Oh,
yeah.
that's weird looking. Wow. Where's that located at, Curiouser?
This is in the New Mexico. It's a wilderness area.
Wow.
That is what it's called.
Then.
Yeah, very strange shape.
Very, very bizarre looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder how they formed like that. Look at that on the ground.
Yeah, look at that. I don't know.
I know you love looking at that kind of stuff. Nature.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to? I know Sandy's probably uploaded from Flickr. Do you want to do an older one until she's here? Maybe one that you missed.
Yeah, right. I know. Okay, so this is something I wanted to share from the looks like 333 group. Dixie Phillips is his name. Never have seen anything like this. These are those strange clouds. I wanted to share these clouds. I just thought they were amazing. Look at those. Yeah, quite some strange stuff we're seeing in the skies, that's for sure. Clouds and storms, everything. So yeah, I'll just share that. Okay, Teresa, are you there?
Yeah, I'm
Teresa.
here. Yeah.
Okay, I noticed that I had this clock when I was a young girl. This clock here.
Yeah.
And I noticed it's changed on me because it used to have a bell on top like this one. This is not the clock, but it used to have
Uh-huh.
these two bells on top of this clock. But Sandy and I were looking before, and we noticed this model,
Uh-huh.
what is this, in the 80s, that does not have the bells I used to have. So I don't know how that changed, but the whole clock has changed for me now.
Oh wow, you remember a bell on top?
Yeah, I do remember the bells on top, just like this here. It does not have those anymore, and it's weirding me out. Yeah.
That's your clock?
Yeah, this was my clock I had. This is not my actual. I
Oh
don't
my
have it
God.
anymore. But yeah, so these bells are missing from the whole model. Every time you look up this clock,
That's
you look
weird.
up this
I
clock, and
can't.
they're missing completely.
Interesting.
Yeah, just those right there. They're gone from the
Weird.
clock. I know
Yeah.
it is weird. Hi, Sandy.
There she is. Welcome, Sandy.
Hello? Are you there?
She's on mute.
Can't hear her.
I was muted
Oh.
because I was in the middle of writing a message. You know I'm back here, right?
Well,
Well, you're there. We're waiting on you. So
I've been telling Curiouser to keep checking the backstage. I know what it's like to be stuck back there.
Yeah, it's
People
okay.
alone.
Because it's my last name, Gals.
You're what?
Why is Sandy a diva? Because my name is Sandy Diva Nanzo. That's my name.
Oh, it's her nickname. It's short for her
I
last name.
figured
That's
it's
what
easier for people to say the beginning part than the whole name.
I like Sandy Diva. You know?
Yeah. It's easier for people to say, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I
Hey,
can't even say
everyone.
Sandy. I can't say your last name still.
I know you can't. It's okay.
So we already did the birthdays. Curious just shared some stuff. Curious, are you ready? Sandy, are you ready to start on the Mandela Effect? Curious, are you done with your stuff?
Yeah.
Well, are you ready? Okay. We should start in, I guess, in Flickr. Anywhere you want to start particularly, Sandy? Curious, sir?
No, did we say hi to everybody in the chat? Because there's some new people here.
Let me see if there's any more new
go
people.
ahead and say hi then.
I'll do another shout out. Gal666, Ralph and Cassie Francis,
Ralph,
Boston Ray Mudflood Adventures,
welcome.
it's Strawberry,
Hey, Jade, welcome. And John Nada. And Preliminal. Hey,
And
guys.
preliminary. All
I
right.
fell asleep. I don't know if they told you.
Sandy was snoozing. That's
I
everybody.
fell,
And I did
I,
post in several groups for the show.
I fell asleep cropping images and highlighting. That can get repetitive and
All
knock you
right.
out.
All right. Where do you want to start? You want to start anywhere, or where do you want to start?
Anywhere. Doesn't matter. It's up to Curious.
Sure, you pick one. There's plenty, right? Right, Sandy?
She's looking to see what I put in there.
Well, go see what's there. There's plenty, trust me.
Hold up.
It looks good to you, girl.
I say start with the Son of Man that you covered last week, because now it has the visuals, so people might be able to see it better. Do you know what I'm saying? And
What's it
there's
called?
new people here anyway.
What do you mean by
That didn't see it last week.
visuals? I
Like I
had
have
plenty
recipe
of.
that you didn't have.
I
I
had
got stuff
plenty.
you didn't have.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay,
Here we
ahead.
go.
Yours, not mine. Yours.
Okay. Let's see here.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay.
All right.
You read it, yours.
No. uh, all right. Curious has found a couple of things that she believes has changed for her in the ever changing painting Son of Man. Uh-huh. What color apple and tie do you remember? Please answer in the chat. Color apple, color of the tie.
Guys, if you know the painting, I made them gray. What color apple and tie do you remember? Just answer what you answered when Curious first showed this or spoke about this. Because I forgot to put this one together last week, so she just showed everything that she had. Welcome, John Bernard Shaw.
Any answers
Green for
yet?
John Bernard. Just one. John Bernard Shaw says green. I'm waiting for other answers. I think John Nada said he wasn't familiar with this painting. I don't know if Gauss was here. Hi. John Nada says, I thought it was red, but he's not sure. If Preliminal's still in the chat. Wait, Austin Ray Mudflood Adventures said, I used to watch Sandy a lot too. What happened? Did I stop streaming? Is that the problem?
She's still around.
I'm around every week. It's hard to do a fourth and a fifth show.
All right. Any more?
Oh, wait a minute.
Nope.
Wait a minute. John Bernard Shaw said green, totally green, and now says, I'm actually having a dual memory. So it went from totally green to now they're not sure. They're seeing it both ways.
Wow.
And no one answered
right.
on the tie. Did you notice that? Not a single person
Yeah.
said anything about the tie.
Okay, yeah, the tie was, well, okay, yeah. All right, let's go then.
Okay.
No, did it just skip? It just, okay. What is the closest to what you remember? A fair weather sky with fluffy clouds, or a sky filled with dark gray clouds?
So
Yeah.
I went and filled in both skies. Neither one is the current sky. It's because I wanted it to, I didn't want it to be obvious which one was the real one. So these are
Yeah,
both
that's
fake
good.
backgrounds.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I remember this painting because when I was young, my mom's who is an artist and I am too, but she had this book. She had the book of this artist with his all his artwork, and I used to look and see I look at the artwork, and I remember this one from then, and I remembered it for good for many many years. And anyway, so I say that. Ah, any
I
answers?
found a lot more residue of the sky. John Nada says he remembers the left, so the fair weather.
Right.
And John Bernard Shaw says, I think it's probably fair, but I don't know.
Good. All right.
So fair is looking right.
Any more?
No, I don't know what happened to Ralph or Boston Ray or Gauss or Preliminal. They all just,
All right.
or they
Curious
don't know the painting.
remembers a red apple, but it's always been green. And while I remember green, there is a good amount of residue to support her memory. Yes, I remember red. Again, like I said, I had that book since I was young. I remember this really well in my memory. And as you can see, the tie is red, but I remember a black tie, which would make a lot of sense if the apple was red. Yeah, it was a black tie for me.
I found
And
a lot
I
of residue of
remember
that.
and I remember a fair weather sky with puffy white clouds. But it always has been overcast and gray. Yeah, I remember those puffy clouds really well.
So here's the current
So
reality.
this is how it is now. Really, really is not the painting I remember at all. But here's some residue. Yeah, so red apples. Red and more red apples.
Yeah, I don't know if I remember one leaf or no. I have a dual memory of one leaf and no leaves. That's the original change I covered with this. And the one eye.
And here's this. Here's a fair skies look much better in this. Red apple,
Oh, yes, so much better. Look at all the fair skies that
fair
people
skies.
remember.
Yeah,
Some people remember
yeah,
no clouds, which is crazy.
yeah.
There's two eyes visible now, John. Two eyes in the corners of his mouth. I just covered it. It changed again.
Yeah, the eyes were not showing like they are in some of these. Yeah.
So here's black ties.
Black ties. Yeah. Okay. And a lot of these with the black ties also have fair weather
Yes, they do.
too. All right. Very good.
Good finds.
Yeah, you did get more residue on that. Thank you. Great.
You're welcome.
All right. So we'll go
Teresa
to.
has some new ones from Brian's show too.
Okay.
Huh?
Your table game. You have a couple new ones, Teresa, from
Oh,
Brian's
okay.
show.
Okay. You're not talking about the one the recent one, sorry. You're talking about the one before the recent one.
Mm-hmm. It is scary, Gas, because none of this should change at all.
Here's a pretty recent
Shouldn't be
one,
possible.
Teresa.
Ah,
It's brand new.
you're doing my favorite one. Okay. One of my favorite breakfast side dishes has changed. This one just kind of freaked me out. I'm hoping some people are gonna remember it. Do you remember this dish being spelled?
No. How do you spell?
Oh, my. How do you remember this dish being spelled? Blank beef hash.
You can't say it.
I can't say it.
You can't. You can say it begins with a C.
I'm
That's about
curious.
it.
I'm curious to know what people remember. Begins with a C. Beef hash. A lot of people eat this in the morning for breakfast. You can eat it with your breakfast or eat it by itself. I eat it by itself. Curiouser, do you know this one?
Yes, I do. You know my answer to it.
Yes, I do.
I remember corned beef hash.
And
Okay.
it's already
What people
50-50 in the chat.
Ah, Eddie Von Kuhn remembers
Keen.
corn.
Welcome, Eddie
Goose,
Von Keen.
oh, Keen, sorry. Gas 666 remembers corned beef hash. John Nada remembers corned. John Bernard Shaw, that's crazy that someone would go through all the trouble to copy the picture, and many of them got the lied tales totally wrong. Okay. Anybody else? What do you remember this being called? Waiting
Now,
for something.
I'm going to explain. I remember corned beef hash. That's only because I was a waitress and that's what was on the menu. And prior to that, I never thought about the word in my life because I never ate it. Never
Well,
ate it, never looked at it, never nothing.
Well, it freaked me out because the other day, when I go to Walmart, I always buy me a can of this for like an emergency when I don't get breakfast. And on the can, I remember it saying corned beef hash. And then when I looked at the can the other day, it said corn. And I buy the same brand all the time, Hormel corned beef hash. And now it says corned. And
John
Wow.
Bernard Shaw is corn.
yeah. Yeah, it's
Well,
pretty good stuff. It's very, I'll put it this way, guys. It's a lot, there's a lot of sodium in it, a lot of sodium, a lot of salt. So I don't eat it all the time. It's just kind of like a backup. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Jade
Yeah, but
Strawberry says, now it's interesting what Jade Strawberry says. Roast beef hash / corn beef hash. And
Yeah,
I say that in this presentation, you're going to see.
yeah.
And then she says corned.
Eddie's funny.
It's true,
So
though.
we got a lot to
So
go.
bad.
Okay. This reality says it's called corned beef because it's how it's prepared. Yet they say it's also salt beef, not salted beef. So corn would actually make more sense. Thank you, Sandy.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
me 100% corn. I never heard of corned. That sounds so weird. And I eat this stuff. And by that same logic, why isn't roast beef hash or roast beef called roasted beef since it's roasted? That makes sense. Yep.
That
And
shouldn't be there.
oh, ignore
There you
that.
go.
ignore that.
I'm going to go check Flickr now.
Yeah. And this is what it's like now. And
There we go. Corned beef hash. Yeah.
there you go. And
That's a beer. That's a beer.
a beer.
Heads up.
And there is tons of residue for corned beef hash, right, Sandy? I kind of went crazy, didn't I?
There is.
I sent her like way too much residue. I'm like, here's Sandy. There is so much residue for this corned beef hash. As you see, look, recipe, corned beef hash, a ceramic
Ooh.
thing that they're selling, more corned beef hash. There is so much residue, guys. Look at that. On the menu, a handwritten menu, corned beef. Somebody at a restaurant, they're selling corned beef hash. Look at that, more. Tons and tons of residue. There you go. Corned beef hash. This one really tripped me out, guys. You know?
Yeah.
Really did. Should we move on to another one?
Yep.
Andy, you want to do one? You want to do one next?
Here
I
you
don't know
go,
what she's-
Teresa.
what she's-
Oh,
Oh, you're up, Teresa.
okay.
I'm coming. Hold on.
Thank you. All right. How do you remember court cases written? Death, blank, heard, road, blank. What do you remember? I don't know if I can't really tell them, Sandy, correct?
You cannot. They know it. Half of them have already seen this. If you haven't seen it, what's in between a court case name? Eddie Von Keen says V period.
B. Anybody else?
Gauss says V period. John Nada is just a V, no period.
Wow,
Jade Strawberry is a V. Now, are you guys answering what you keep hearing it as or what you remember it as?
Yeah. That's tripping me out, Sandy. Nobody's remembering it like I do.
And I have a dual memory because I've heard it so much.
Curious, sir.
Sorry.
That's okay. I'm catching it from you.
Yes, good idea, John Nada. What if I asked you to put the blank in between Brown blank Board of Education like John Nada wrote? Do you guys remember V there as well? Brown blank Board of Education? Or Plessy blank Ferguson? Okay, so here we go. Eddie Von Keen says the media uses VS period. The courts, to shorten paperwork, use V period.
Interesting.
Gal says V is the only way I've ever remember seeing it written. Thank you for specifying.
All right. It always been V, not VS, which is what I remember versus. I have to agree. Oh, Sandy has to agree with me on this one. It was always versus, but she has heard the current reality so much recently that she hears it as E too. But my memory, myself, Teresa, I remember versus.
And my memory is versus too. My memory is versus, but I've heard Roe v. Wade over and over and over again.
Wow.
That I'm hearing it both ways now.
And it's been in the news, but we also have some residue. I would guess many of you would either have the current memory or have a dual memory as well. Since Roe v. Wade has been in the news so much this past month.
And I guessed correctly. They have the current memory.
Yep. There is a lot of residue for verses, including the TV movie, Roe versus Wade, but officially in court case going back through history, it's always been V. Is this your memory or do you remember it like we did? That's crazy, Sandy. This is a good one though, right?
Yeah, I do not remember Brown v. Board of Education. I remember Brown versus the Board of Education. I remember Plessy versus Ferguson. Still
These are red. These are the ones showing the V as you see it. Go ahead, Curiouser. Yes, see, there's showing the V in the pictures. Yep.
So here's the residue.
Here's the residue for verses, is what I remember.
I completely remember verses go. I thought personally, when I started hearing Roe v. Wade, I thought
Uh-huh.
they modernized it. I thought they changed it. I
It
thought
tripped me.
it was versus and now it's the.
Yeah, it tripped me when I saw it on TV. When the first start was, when they were starting to do all this on the news. I was like, what? Where's versus? And I was like, I got to tell Sandy this one.
Yeah, but why would we change it?
I don't know.
He said
Like,
no, not he. Gal says non-court documents could always use versus just because though, and I agree with that. But why would you? Why would you change it? If it's Roe v. Wade, I'm going to write Roe v. Wade.
yeah. Look at that one. Roe versus Wade. See that? Brown versus Board of Education.
What is that
And you have
noise?
more residue. So much
It
of
sounds
it,
like
not Sandy.
that sounds like a blowhorn.
Hmm.
There it is again.
Yep. I don't hear no
I
blowhorn.
can't hear anything.
Me neither, Sandy. I don't hear nothing.
I'm hearing it.
I don't.
That's weird. It's definitely in my ear. It's not. It's not outside.
No,
It's
I don't
definitely
hear it.
coming from. It's weird.
No.
Do you hear it, Gauss? Or are you just asking the question? Do you guys hear the sounds I'm hearing? Because Gauss says, "Are one of you on a cruise ship?"
No.
Huh.
No.
Okay, they hear it too, so I don't know why you guys can't hear it. That means one of you's causing the noise.
I'm not
No.
sitting in the living room.
Whoever's hearing it is causing it.
Mute.
No. The chat's hearing it too. They can't be causing it.
Huh.
All right, Teresa, go ahead. The first part's yours.
Okay. I have two things I want to ask you. The first question is, please spell the name of the game pictured above.
Thank you, Gas, for letting me know you hear it. So I didn't feel crazy.
I
Appreciate
don't hear.
that. I don't hear anything now.
That's weird. Interesting. Should we move on?
Huh?
I don't think
Should we?
so. We don't have any answers. I'm still waiting for answers in the chat.
What is the name of this game that you're looking at in the picture?
Oh, I used to love that game. I didn't play it very much. Just a few times in my life, but I
I'm
used
really good at it. I played it all the time. The spelling's messed up for me.
to. Yeah.
Yep, you'll see.
Hey,
Sandy,
Preliminal. Preliminal
what's
Pat.
called this game?
Okay, we have some answers coming in. Eddie Vine Keen says FOOS. John Nada says FOOS.
Ooh.
All right. Any more? Tell me when to
Preliminal
go.
says PHOOS or FOOS, dashes before the ball.
Okay.
Gal says FOOS.
Okay.
Teresa, why don't you tell us how you, well, we can go on because there's another question.
Here's another question. I remember the spelling being FOOSEBALL, but it's always been spelled FOOSBALL with no E. But I remember the E. Do you remember spelled with an E?
Well, Preliminal says possibly, but always a dash.
Oh, that's interesting. Huh. I don't remember a dash, but it could be.
I found one with a dash. It's in the residue.
Okay. Let's move on then. Go ahead. All right. And here we go with residue. Lots of residue for foosball with the E. I used to play this game when I was younger, much younger, and I used to be really good at it. And that's how I remember it being spelled. Curious, sir, how do you remember it being spelled?
Like you, yeah, I remember the E. Hmm.
Pretty good. Okay. I was just curious if you remembered it like I did.
I think I remember it with a gap, like broken up like that there.
Pronominals
Maybe
like
a dash.
foos. What's foos?
Yeah, it looks funny together like that, one word.
That's a good question because you're going to see it in a minute.
Okay. There is so much residue for this word. It's crazy. And these are people, a lot of people, they're selling foosball games or they're having tournaments with foosball. Look at that, right on that. Sandy, what was that at the bottom there? All the way in the bottom corner, Curious, sir? Actually, it's on a package, right? See that
Yep,
on the bottom
on the
right?
package, yes.
Right there, look at that. Yeah, like clear as day. The second question for me
Oh.
is, in what decade do you remember foosball being invented? Your best guess is fine too. Curious, so what decade do you remember?
I don't know. I know it's an old game.
I remember, can I say it?
You want?
I remember this game being out in the 1970s. For me, it was the 70s when I played this game, and that's I remember.
Yeah, I think I have a feeling it went way before that.
Yeah, but for me, it was the 70s. I'm curious to see what other people remember. Let's go. I'm going to go look at the chat.
Well, welcome, Jeff. Jeff's in the chat.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff. Preliminary
Eddie says the 20s. Like, Eddie said the 20s the whole time.
Wow.
Preliminal says probably around 1920. I think
Yeah.
it became big in the 60s. That's what Preliminal says.
You think so? Yeah, it could have went back to the 60s.
That's what I think. I thought it was the 60s, and you thought it was the 70s.
Okay.
Okay, let's go on. What does that say in red? I can't read that, guys. That's so little.
I can read it. It says, while it's debatable whether Senor, I can't read his last name, actually did invent, there we go, it's a little bit closer, table football, the indisputable fact is the first ever patent for a game using little men on poles was granted in Britain to Harold Cyril Thornton and, what is that? Indefatigable? Indefatigable. Never heard that word before. Tottenham Hotspur supporter on November 1st, 1923.
Wow. It goes back that far.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. And that's
Oh, did you want to read the bottom here? However, it wasn't
you read
brought
it.
into the U.S. until the 1950s, and its peak popularity was in the 70s. We find it a bit odd that it took over 20 years for the game to gain popularity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's when I remember playing it. Was in the 70s. It was really popular. As a side note, Wikipedia claims it was invented in what's that say, 37?
Yes.
Yeah.
14 years later in Madrid, I'm inclined to believe the Smithsonian over Wiki, but I wanted to mention that this just in case. Interesting. And then it shows like some pictures there of some.
Yeah, it's 1937 again.
Yeah, that's Yeah, no, 70s for me. While researching this for me, Sandy came across something weird. I can't say this is an ME, but for sure. But she has to be honest about she's never heard of this. So she's asking you. Go ahead. All right, Sandy. Sandy wants to know, do you know foosball by any other name or nickname? Do you know this by any other name besides foosball? I don't. Let's see if anybody in the chat knows anything. Eddie Von Kuhn says electronic football was dumb. Yeah, I remember playing that. I had one of those little video things. Does
We had a
anybody know
baseball one that's shaped like a baseball
football?
diamond. I loved it.
Yeah. Table soccer? Preliminary for table soccer. Donata, no. Jade Strawberry, no. Anybody else? Do you know this by any other name? The foosball. I don't. Anybody?
I mean, we can go on. There's a lot to
Yeah,
cover.
let's go on. Nobody's remembering. Okay, go ahead, Curious, sir. I have heard or seen it referred to as a tabletop soccer or football game, but here's the but. Lids Foods. It was only ever foosball for me. I've never heard it referred to or seen it written as just foos. Have you? That's crazy.
That looks so wrong to me.
I know. Curious, have you ever seen that before? Foos on the shirt?
No, I don't think I could remember if I did though. So, but yeah, no, I don't
I
think
mean,
so.
if you take like other sports, let's play base, let's play basket, let's play foot.
Right,
No,
I know.
this is just so weird. I can't.
Yep. There's foos. Yep. See that? Very weird. And it's all over the place. T-shirts and other places. Look at that. Even videos. All right. And that's it for mine. Thought it was a good
No,
topic.
no, Teresa, you have another one. At
Uh,
least
okay.
one
Got it.
more.
All right. I have another one. See what this one is.
And good job, Teresa, with the pronouns, switching it around so that,
What?
with you switching around Teresa and Sandy, you and me.
I was
Good job.
trying to I was trying to get you in the right place and me in the right place. I don't want to talk about myself in the third person.
Did a great job.
I've heard people do that and it sounds really weird.
I know. The
Like,
chat
really?
made me do it once last week, and I was like, ugh. I had to stop.
Crazy.
Crazies, yeah.
Curious, you're going to like this one. You ready?
Uh-huh.
I know you like nature stuff. Listen to this one. Something spectacular is happening in Iraq right now. And it's all because of a severe months-long drought. Yeah, you're definitely going to,
Uh-oh.
yeah, watch this. This is going to blow your mind. The Tigris River has been shrinking for years, but the past few months have seen water levels at their lowest in recorded history. Because of these receding waters, an ancient lost city has been found. I'm surprised you didn't see this one, Curious, and I know you look for things
No,
like that.
I've never seen it.
Yep, I found this one, and I'm like, Sandy, Sandy. Nicknamed the Atlantis of Tigris, researchers believe that an earthquake in 1350 BC led to the city sinking underwater. And this is what came up from underwater. Believed to be the Bronze Age city, Zakiku, something like that. It has the home of Mitanni Empire from 1550 to 1350 BC.
Wow, that's interesting.
What they were doing is this city has risen from the ground, from the water.
Wow, amazing. Yeah, yeah.
Years of what the
Who knows what the age is? It must be
look
ancient. Yeah,
what they
really old.
believed to be. I said that. Okay, this is the artist's drawing of how the ruins would have looked. Very similar to the city state or of UR in South Iraq.
Oh,
That's crazy. Yeah. Not a Mandela, but pretty amazing. So we wanted to share. That's
yeah.
crazy. A lost city came up because of the droughts.
Yeah.
Look at the discovery they made. This is what they found. Look at different things. Isn't that amazing? These are different pictures.
Yeah, maybe it's going to be a tourist attraction. They'll make money this way.
I think first they want to categorize everything.
No, they're actually racing against time because they know this is
Oh,
temporary.
they are?
The water will return.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they don't know how much time they have. They're racing to get this done
Yes, save all this.
properly
Definitely.
as
Isn't that
quickly as
amazing, though?
possible.
Isn't that amazing, though? That city coming up because of the droughts.
Yeah, that is.
Sandy, I thought you had one need that you were going to talk about from where I live at.
No, we decided not to talk about it because well, we talked about it before because it's not good.
Uh-huh.
That's all. It's a narrative thing. So I'd rather
Thank
not
you,
talk about it.
Big Dick. Just got a compliment. Thank you.
Oh, here's this. Just real briefly, I wanted to share this article. This is saying geomagnetic storms. Will you lose power where you live?
Yeah.
It's trying to predict the storms in the future, and there's a map here of where there's
Well,
going to be a lot of outages.
it looks like there's going to be a
So
lot of outages where I am, but we haven't had any, knock on wood. Nothing.
Me too.
yeah,
My
No,
boss,
like I'm in yellow and orange trees. So look at that.
this morning,
I'm wondering what. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just mentioning yesterday when my boss was working from home, he said it was really weird. His internet went out for a few hours. And when I looked it up, there was a lot of outages in a lot of different places
Well,
across
Yeah,
that
the
could just be
interesting.
coincidental. That could
yeah,
be
but
coincidental though, because
the
internet
back
companies do that sometimes.
too.
Yeah, at work there it was interesting. There was a flash of just I don't even know if it was even a second. Just a flash of darkness
Just out of
or
curiosity,
flickering. I should say flickering of the lights. I
huh,
wonder what that was. But anyway,
did anybody have any
um,
internet yesterday?
and I'm thinking with more and more of these storms, you may see like little flickering of your lights or little stuff like that going on. But I'm wondering what is happening down south. Why they would be spared all that. I don't know. But
And ironically, during our broadcast on Tuesday night, Dan did lose power in Texas, where it's red.
yeah. Oh, okay. I'll just send this article to you and Teresa to look over. But just be aware of that. I know as Sandy and I were talking, we had this big interferences. Remember that?
Yep, we'd call
And
back.
we were wondering maybe it was you know the the geomagnetic
I hope
stuff going on. There's a lot of it now anymore. So yeah.
I hope I hope John's wrong because if they cut the power here, I'll end up in the hospital.
Yeah, the reason they'd cut the power though is that to prevent fires. It's a good thing you should be very grateful they cut the power, because you don't want the power going. People will get electrocuted. There will be fires. There'll be many disasters if they don't cut the power. Yeah, they
Yeah, but
have to do
without the
that.
air conditioning, I'll end up in the ER.
All right. Yeah,
I will
but
literally end up in the hospital. Only I probably, what I would have to do? I'd go in my car and waste $5 a gallon gas so I can have air conditioning. That's what I'd have to do.
hmm. Let's see. Are we done with Teresa? Yeah, you.
Like, what
Let's
about people
see.
on oxygen who need
Yeah,
their
I know it.
electricity for the oxygen?
I think they have the generators for hospitals. I don't know how that goes, but you would probably have to get to a hospital. Let's
They're
see, where are
not
we?
going to charge tens of millions of cars, Eddie, because most people live in a city. And here's the thing about living in the city. You can't have an electric car because you don't park in the same spot every night. There's nowhere to charge it. And most people don't have a couple hours to fully charge a battery at a charging station. So most people are too broke to buy one anyway. But let's pretend we all had the money to buy electric cars. The majority of people live in the cities that don't have a place to park to charge a car overnight. We're not going to have tens of millions of electric cars anytime soon. Not until they find a way to make those batteries 5 pounds so that they're removable from the car. Anybody can remove them, take them inside and charge them. Until that happens, electric cars are not feasible in the US. It will never be like the top selling car. And if it's a hybrid, well, then all the people in the city are still buying gas and just paying more for an electric car. It's not
I
happening.
heard
I'm
some of
sorry, it's not.
those electric cars are exploding and catching fire and stuff. Have you heard that? Yeah, there's been a few of them now catch fire. Anyway, I touched briefly on this at the beginning of the show, so we'll go through this briefly. Um, okay, not only have we never heard of this place, the landscape, which is filled with various unique rock formations, is unlike anything we have ever seen, and it truly looks like another planet. Mostly made up of sandstone and salt, a variety of shapes and sizes, smooth rock, eggshell rocks, mini canyons. It's all so incredible that you need to see it to believe it, and here are the best images we could find.
Yeah, it's just a
Some
lot
more
of
of these
slides of
strange
images. This
canyons.
one place,
It really does look like
this
another
one,
planet. It's just so barren. What? I'm sorry.
I was just saying, this one place she
One
found, it's
place,
just
yeah.
one place. It looks like 20 different places, but it's just one place.
Yeah.
And I've never heard of it. Not saying it's a Mandela, but
Yeah.
this is strange. This is strange. Crazy beautiful, but strange. Eddie Von Keen said this is where they filmed The Land of the Lost.
Oh, really? Okay. Interesting.
Yes, the cruise ship is back, Alice. I hear it. It's that's what it sounds like. That's what we're hearing. That loud.
Wow. Well, I am sorry about that. I don't know what that is because I can't hear a thing. I'll have to see if it's in the video, of course. We'll have to try to fix that.
It could be a StreamYard thing too. Who knows? Like a or this could be the solar flares we're hearing.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Could be. Have you heard of this place before? Seen it or visited? Whether it's a Mandela place or just a place we didn't know about, it is nothing like anything we've seen before. All right. See what else we got here. I guess I'll just do mine and then, okay, we're done with Teresa's, and then we'll move on from there. Uh, oh, okay. This is both of ours, so don't mind that. We'll do both of ours.
Okay. The bridges.
This, I don't, hold on. Okay, I can read it. We aren't saying this is a change yet, but we should all keep an eye on C3PO again. Something is off. He looks like he's becoming less golden, and parts of him look silver now.
Not his leg. We're not talking about the leg. Like his
Yeah.
hands and his stomach. And things are not looking right. He just looks. He looks like, you know how there's fake gold and then there's real gold.
Yeah,
He's
like
looking
a
more like real
faded
gold than
gold.
fake gold. But
This
this, look at
replica, yeah, this is
look at the
amazing.
hands.
The
Does that
replica of
look
the
silver
hands
to
are way
you?
too light, and the highlighted part, the top of the hands looks silver now. Okay, this is him. You notice how he's gold here? He's gold, and then they're showing his hands, and they're silver. That is just weird. No, they're not the same color. Why? What? So yeah, then there's this little light bare gold pieces. Yeah. Also, when his leg turned silver, was his foot or that leg silver or gold?
So guys, in the chat, when his leg turned silver, do you remember the? Oh, you already went on. Never mind.
Sorry, there. Go ahead. Ask him.
Look. Um, do you remember the foot silver too, or do you remember the foot gold on the silver leg? Do you remember the foot silver or the foot gold? What do you remember? No one's answering.
All right, let's just go on. Okay, because I'm finding it both ways, and this drawing of this scene, the photo has two gold feet, the drawing has silver foot.
I have a close up on the next slide. The next slide is just the feet.
Yeah.
So the photograph is a silver leg with a gold foot, and the drawing is a silver leg with a silver foot. So John Notter remembers silver from the knee down. Reynaldo Welcome remembers a gold foot. Jade remembers a gold foot, and Jeff Zanzibar remembers a gold foot.
Oh, wow.
But wait,
Huh.
I got a photo of a silver foot, so you're gonna, I don't know what's happening here. We're gonna go on.
Here Anthony Daniels poses with his costumes through the years, and none match what we're seeing happen to the costume.
So we have the two gold shoes, and the reason why that's in red is because I have a photograph from the set where it's a silver shoe.
Even weirder, Daniels autographed this official photo. Both legs and feet are gold, and in his name literally circles the gold leg that changed to silver. Yeah,
His
there was
signature
a
literally circles the
circle,
leg that should be silver, but it's gold.
right? Like I said, we are not saying these are actual Emmys just yet, but we should all keep an eye on him because it looks like something is about to happen. Yeah.
Wait a minute, I didn't include the picture of the silver foot. I need to send that. Hold on.
Okay.
Because that's important, so that they know that there was a shoe that was silver. Hold up. Let me find the picture of it. Here it is. me take a screenshot so it's at the end. It says it's credited Lucasfilm Disney at the bottom. So I think it's an official photo. The quality is excellent for 1970 something. So pretty sure that's the official photo. And you'll be able to see here that in this photo, he has a silver foot. But then in the other photo, he had a gold foot.
Yeah. Sure.
So it doesn't make any sense to me at all. I don't know what's happening.
I know. Yeah.
Can you zoom in on that foot?
I can't, but I can see it silver from here. I don't know about you, but it doesn't zoom.
No, they can't. I'm going to crop it and send it back. Give me a
Okay.
minute. I'm cropping. Okay, so now when I crop, it looks like crappy quality, but you can see it's a photo and not, oh God, it didn't, hold on, it's not updating. One second. Here you go. Maybe they can see it a little better there. Can you guys see it a little better there? Now, can you see the silver foot?
Silver foot, yeah.
So why are the other pictures a gold foot? Why is that picture silver? I don't know. Just something weird is happening and we need to keep an eye on it. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Okay, have you ever heard of super fog before?
I've never heard of super fog.
According to the National Weather Service and Fox, super fog happens when dense, humid air mixes with smoke and ash from fire burning buildings, forest fires, controlled burns, brush fires, etc. The result is fog so thick you can't even see right in front of you, and day can appear to turn to night. Have you ever heard of this? Because we haven't, but we should have. Yeah, that's true.
Has anyone ever never heard of that, says Jeff Zanzibar.
Fox 35 in Florida reports that we've been recording accidents and deaths from superfog for the last 22 years, since 2000.
So we should have heard of this.
Yeah. No.
Jade Strawberry
Weather
says yes. There's a place, I think, in the Midwest that has it and caused a huge car accident about 30 years ago.
Yeah, this weather
Well,
phenomenon is not isolated to Florida. It can happen practically anywhere that can have humidity when a fire happens. Yeah, and it just makes it look like scary too. No, can you imagine how scary? No, you shouldn't be driving a car either. Oh my. So we believe this is yet another change to our weather on this earth. Do you agree? Wow. I mean, I've never seen pictures like these before, ever, of events like this. So, yeah. Okay, moving on. That was the last of mine. I'll just start at the bottom, the older one. All right, Sandy, you're up.
Okay. It's not on my screen yet. There it is. I don't know if this is a Mandela or not, but it's so weird I have to ask. Now, most of you probably already saw this. Answer what you originally answered. In what decade do you remember Betamax or beta tapes being discontinued? And Dan asked me to make an update. The update is confirming this folder. The update will confirm. All right, we're not going to wait for answers. I always believed beta to be discontinued in the 80s. VHS 1 and video stores stopped carrying beta tapes. Eddie remembers 2000s. It barely came out and was in the 80s, I think. John Oddett is the 80s. Jeff Zanzibar's early 90s. Teresa, Curious, or what do you remember?
Oh no, I remember them being off the shelves for a long time. 80s, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it was 2016, specifically March of 2016. It was announced in November of 2015 by Sony that they were officially giving up on Betamax after continuously making Betamax tapes through 2016 for absolutely no reason, apparently. The last movie released on beta was the 1996 hit Mission Impossible starring Tom Cruise, and even that was too late for me. It was not. They were not around the mid 90s for me. There's no way.
No.
I agree, Eddie. Eddie said it was just the blank tapes. I could see them making blank tapes through the 90s, but not 2016. Is this your memory? Beta tapes being made right up until 6 years ago? I believe this could be a change to our tech history. I can't see why you waste the resources, the materials, the factory line. Just a waste. It's an absolute waste. And then Dan said, well, maybe in other countries. Nope. No. I found out where beta was most popular, Japan. And Japan, the last Betamax player was sold in 1991, and by the end of the 90s, everything was gone. So why keep making stuff through 2016? That doesn't make sense. That still doesn't make sense,
I
Reynaldo.
think it is
Everything's
memory.
digital. Everything's been digital for at least, I would say, 10 years. So they were continuously making tapes for the 1 to 2% of people still using old machinery. Yeah, gas is like, I'm actually mad that Betamax is wasting money like that. I know. That's what I'm saying. It's not like they like would make a batch once a year. They were continuously making tapes for like 2% of market share. Not even, probably like 0.2%. Like, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna find like a warehouse of Betamax tapes. Oh no! Remember E.T. The Atari game just piled up in the desert? We're gonna find Betamax next.
Mm.
Just piled up in the desert. Okay, a sports and political commentator's name has changed for me, and I'm going to make a prediction. There will be at least 3 memories of the spelling of his name. At least 3, if not 4. Assuming you know this person. You have to go to the slide. There we go. How do you spell his name? Keith. There we go. We got an answer in the chat from Jade Strawberry. Obermann. Obermann. Olbermann for Gauss. Olbermann. That's 2. Thank you for giving me a third, Eddie. Eiderman. We have another Obermann from Jeff Zanzibar. Olbermann with 1 N, says John Nada. So L1N. Older man, says Eddie Von Keen. Hey, Artsy909. It's okay to not be sure. The whole world isn't short. There's three or 4 realities on this guy's 4 name. And that is why I go by Sandy Diva, because that's what would happen to my name.
All right.
Go on. So, I remember his name as Obermann, like Jeff and like Jade. But his name has always been Olbermann. So no one got it. No one got it the way it is now. It's got the L, but it also has 2 N's. So we can move on because no one remembers the 2 N's and the L. It's either 2 N's or the L. What I am sure about is no one knows how to spell this man's name, which is typical with Mandela effects. Is this change for you? So here is residue of Obermann, Olbermann, and Obermann. Here's 3 different ways that people are spelling it. I don't know who just said it is John Nada, but I'm going to say yes because that's 3 different ways. There's lots of residue. I tried to separate the residue by the spelling. Here's a radio station. This is the L with 1 N residue. I don't know. Is Bill O'Reilly a Mandela effect? I know O'Reilly's is now O'Reilly Auto Parts. That's a Mandela effect. And Eddie Van Keen wrote Bill O'Reilly's. I think thinking of O'Reilly's Auto Parts. I think that's what it is. Here, so you can go on. There's a lot of residue because there's multiple spellings. Okay, so another L with 1 N residue. Yes, probably. Curious. Is the computer acting slow?
I got it. Just having problems.
We still have OL1N.
Oh, come on.
Okay, now please tell me we're a different color now. Okay, so in the top left we have 1L, 1N, and at the bottom we have OL, 2 N's. Oh boy, how many residues do I have of the 1N and the 1L? Oh wait, is this L? It's hard to see. Okay, so this is OL1N. And now we have no L1N, L1N, no L2Ns in the top right. There's too many. There's too many spellings. It's ridiculous.
Uh-oh. Hold on. All right.
And that's why, exactly, John, and that's why it's typically a signal that this is a change. Yeah, Stephen King had a quote. He spoke about Keith Overman. That's why his face is there next to his quote. You know, Teresa, even though your Mandela Effects are done, doesn't mean you can't chime in. Wow, that
What?
was loud.
What's Sandy?
I said, even though your Mandela Effects are finished, it doesn't mean you can't chime in. Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to make the sound for Teresa and Curiouser every time we hear it. It honest to goodness sounds like a blowhorn. A foghorn. A foghorn. That's what I'm thinking of. On a
Sandy,
ship. Yeah.
put a private chat.
Okay. I could be completely wrong on this one, but
And
I'm being 100% honest that I've never heard of the things I'm about to ask you about the 80s. I do have a new one, guys. It's at the end, I guess. Question 1. Besides breakdancing, do you know any other names for this form of dance? Just answer what you originally answered when you saw this before. And if you didn't see this before, please answer what you remember. Do you know any other names for this? And if you don't, just say no. Or I don't know. I don't know is okay too. So Eddie Eddie says trippin'. So we got a no from Jeff, a no from Artsy. I do not know from Gals, a no from Jade. Sandy or Diva, that's blasphemy. I am Italian. That's Scottish. Electric Boogaloo works, but that's from the movie, I think, more than anything. Pop Lock and I've heard of as the movements, not so much the actual dance. But that's a good, very good guess, John Nada. And you did say it last time, so good job. All right, we can go on. Curious. I think there's a question right after this. Oh, maybe not. It's after I explain. So, I have only ever known this as breakdancing or breakdance, but officially, it's called breaking. I've never heard it called this in my life. Some people have heard of the movie, so they have heard of breaking before, but they didn't realize it was the official name, like dance. So here we have the correct term is breaking. People who do it are B-boys and B-girls. The term break dancing needs to be thrown out of the dance vocabulary.
Sorry about that, guys. I think she'll be back, though. All right,
I was like,
you're
I'm already
back.
back. Yeah, so where were we? I hate the StreamYard bug. I've messaged them repeatedly on this, and they don't fix it. Oh, breaking or b-boying is generally misconstrued or incorrectly termed as breakdancing. Question 2. Do you remember pinball machine, arcades, and Pac-Man being age-restricted and or banned in cities?
No.
Teresa? Teresa?
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
But
The question, do you remember pinball
no,
machines? Oh, no? Okay.
no.
All right, Jade's a no. John Nada is a no. Eddie Von Keen, pinball, yeah, but not Pac-Man. Yeah, Jade, please, can you please elaborate? None of that for gals. Absolutely not. Played Pac-Man as a kid in arcades is artsy.
Yeah, me and my brother used to play. He was very young.
I did. I used to play in arcades. I loved
Well, I would
arcades.
go with him. Yeah.
Yeah, I would go with my dad because my dad loved arcades. Oh, we're asking what you said, Jade. Your comment. I'm getting tired of works changing. Oh, words changing. And say this way or you're canceled. It's the cancel part I think we're confused about. We can move on, Curious, sir. This is absolutely true and totally news to me. In some cities, arcades were, oh, we're going to present with sound in a minute. In some cities, arcades were restricted with laws that mirror laws today that prevent sale of alcohol and tobacco near schools. So, for example, some cities enacted laws that you could not open an arcade within like a half mile of a school. Because then, kids might go in them, even though arcades were made for kids. But whatever. Apparently that's how it happened now.
People were playing this game so much that many towns across the U.S. passed statutes or regulations to restrict the games. Des Plaines, Illinois banned people under the age of 21 from playing the game unless they were accompanied by their parents. Marshfield, Massachusetts banned the video game outright. Other towns and cities issued licensing and zoning to restrict arcades from selling food or being too close to a school. Parents became worried about kids being consumed with the game and not focusing on studies. This is a very similar thought process to what many parents think about kids with tablets and phones. And 70s kids don't judge too quickly. This also happened in many places across the US with pinball machines. People were playing this game so much that many towns across
Dan was like, oh, well, that's only Illinois and Massachusetts. No, I looked it up. There are cities in Texas, cities in California, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. There were cities everywhere that did this. This is across the board throughout the United States. Different cities. Now, whole states didn't make these statutes or anything. Just cities, but still. I don't remember hearing any of this. I mean, they're literally smashing up pinball machines with mallets and axes, and I don't remember hearing about this. I don't remember learning about this. My parents didn't talk about it. It's just weird. It's like a prohibition on games instead of alcohol, which is bizarre. Yeah, I loved it, the one at Pizza Hut. It was Super Mario and Pac-Man at ours. Curiouser, do you have a fan
Yeah.
on you?
I do have a fan on, yes.
I think that's what's making that noise.
Uh-huh.
That's probably
No,
that's
I
probably
just
what
turned
is.
it up. No. I just turned this on. It wasn't going when you were hearing that noise. No.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
I'm hearing a wind sound now.
All right.
Reynaldo said it happened in Puerto Rico too to help keep kids from skipping school. Okay. This is another 80s one, guys. I'm really sorry if you weren't old enough to remember. One of my favorite discontinued chips of the 80s, which turned out to not be discontinued but relabeled by a different brand, has changed. And I'm hoping you remember them enough to fill in the blank. Keebler Blank Skins potato chips.
Sandy,
Yes, Teresa.
I'm gonna excuse myself. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Goodbye, Teresa. Good night.
Good night,
Good night,
guys. Good
Teresa.
night. Good night. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
Good night. Great show,
Good
you
night.
guys. Good night. Love you all. Thank you for coming. Good night. Good night.
See you
Good
next
night,
time.
Teresa.
Love you all. Bye.
And now we have a motorcycle being rude. That's okay if you're drawing a blank on it. Jeff Zanzibar remembers Tater. Eddie Von Keen, I'm going to go with Tater, even though I know you're saying Tatter. Both with an E. Curious, do you remember them?
Yeah, you know my answer is going to be Tater.
Tater, yeah. Criminal doesn't
TR.
remember them. Okay, we can go on. John Nada can't remember. It's okay. So Tato Skins not only looks wrong to me, but it sounds wrong to me. I do not remember Tato Skins. Every time I say it, I think Kato. Like Kato Kalin. I can't. It's not right. It was never Tato Skins. For me, it was Tater because I kind of remember the O, but I can also see Tater with an E. But it was definitely Tater Skins. Whether it was an O or an E, it was Tater Skins. And thank you to Jeff because he saved the day with the residue. I only found like a couple, and he found tons in the papers. So here's the current reality. Here's residue. I separated it by E and O, so these are the E's. Eddie, do you seriously remember two T's? Tatter instead of tater? No, Artsy. That's a great find. We're going to need to look into that one, and we'll credit you. Curiouser?
Yeah, we don't have time. I'm sorry. We're gonna. What is it?
I'm not talking about now. I'm just
Oh.
asking you.
I'm sorry. What?
I have to research this.
Okay.
Artsy is saying, have you ever heard of horse heads being on the first vehicles, some of them, for an easier
No.
transition from like horse and buggy to a car?
No.
Me either. That's why I got to research it. I have to look into that.
Okay. Let's see what we've got here. How many more do we have? 'Cause,
That's a good reason.
I guess.
Eddie Van Keen says maybe it's so the horses being still with the horse and buggies wouldn't be scared of the cars.
Uh-huh.
Maybe, but still, I've never heard of it. But it's a good reason. That's a good reason for doing it. I've just never heard of it or seen it before. I do have a brand new one at the top.
All right.
Okay, a few words have changed in the Disney classic song, It's a Small World. And I want to know if you remember the lyrics the way I do. You're going to have to present with sound for this.
Okay.
There's a lot of clips. Hey, Philo. You just missed Teresa. She had to check out, to go to sleep. I remember the. Where's the blanks? Oh, it's in the wrong order. Next slide. No, it's not. Where's the blanks? Skip over it. Curious, so go back. Go way back. Keep going. Keep going. That's where we were supposed to be. I don't know why we ended up skipping.
Ah. I don't know. You
But
told me to. Okay.
All right, I'm on a delay, so when I'm seeing the previous slide probably when I say that, because I'm watching on my iPad, so there's a delay. All right, guys, what do you remember here? It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of blank, blank, a world of blank. Now I gave you letters for two of them, H and F. The other one, there is no blank, no word for the blank. Wow. There's 3 blanks. What are the 3 blanks, please? I am so tired. So hope and fear for Jeff Zanzibar. No, not this one, Philo. There's another one. There is a new one for me at the top. I just didn't have time to put mine together because I had to put everybody else's together, and because I fell asleep. So I didn't get around to doing mine. Philo and Mr. Million remember cheer being in the song. And I said that and I did say that why be there talking about being so negative? I said I would go positive and say cheer. Artsy says yes, hope and fear. Hype and fear, says Eddie. There is no cheer. Curiouser?
Huh?
We can go on now.
Well, okay. I didn't know if you got the answer. Okay, go ahead.
It's okay. It's not on my screen yet. See, now it just showed up on my screen. I remember the lyrics as it's a world of hope, it's a world of fears, but the lyrics no longer match my memory. I'm also having a dual memory for it's and a world of fears. So I'm having a dual memory, and there's good reason for that.
I just say I remember fear with no S. All right.
And I remember, that's what I'm saying. I'm remembering both. I do remember fear, but I also remember fears to match tears. Hey, Rick, welcome. Rick Satterway's here. And now it's a world of hopes, plural, and a world of fears, plural. And I have "and" there because I remember it's. So for
Yeah, that sounds
Artsy,
weird.
yeah, for Artsy and Philo, it would be it's a world of hope, it's a world of cheer. But it's "and" now. You guys all said "and," but I remember it's. But I am having a dual memory of "and." It could be because I listened to so many recordings trying to find the way I remember it. Yeah, fear is creepy. I agree. And you can be sure I'm going to be looking for cheer now.
It's a world of hopes and a world of fears. It's a world of hopes and a world of fears. It's a world of hope.
I don't think anybody said hopes with an S. That is disgusting. Oh my God. You know what the
What?
best part is, Eddie? They're like protesting in states where it's completely legal. Like Washington D.C., it's legal up to 9 months, and they're protesting there.
What are you talking about?
Eddie says the Roe versus Wade thing. Now the liberals want it so that states that outlaw it can set up tents and do it at national parks. Okay, so next clip. You didn't play the other clips. Curious?
One, two, three. It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hope and a world of fears. One, two, three.
So that's the hope and fears version. And then the last one is hope and fear.
Oh, jeez.
Your computer's not playing well.
Of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hope and a world of fears. It's a world of laughter. It's a world of hope and a world of fear. There's so much. It's a world of hope and a world of fear.
Boy.
Are there any others?
Yeah, I guess there is.
Oh wait, I do have the new one. What am I saying? I have the new one at the top. I know that. There's the new one.
I guess there's one more of mine. Okay, so what we are about to present to you may not be an Emmy, but it's odd that we have never heard of these. We have never heard of these, so we wanted to share them with you and see what you think. Glass bridge. There are glass bridges showing up everywhere. Typically, these bridges are extremely high in the air with little visible support, allowing you to see straight below your feet to the ground. Curiouser first found this diamond-shaped bridge in the Republic of Georgia, which then led us down the rabbit hole of glass bridges being built around the world, but mostly in China. The Diamond Bridge is a staggering 900 feet in the air, and while the path starts out wider from either side, the path narrows to only 4 foot wide. Crazy. But the craziest part about the bridge isn't the diamond, it's what's inside the diamond, a restaurant and bar. That's right, they're serving alcohol and on a glass bridge that is 4 feet wide, walkway 900 feet in the air. Yeah,
They're
that's
serving alcohol to people
no,
900 feet in the air.
People are gonna have acts. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. No.
No.
All right. But the craziest activity at Diamond Bridge, bike riding 900 or 800 feet. Wait, 800?
Yeah, it's 800 feet. It's 900 feet at the highest, the bridge.
Okay.
That's lower than the bridge. It's 800 feet.
800 feet in the air on the single wire over Dash Abbey Canyon. Not happening. Oh my God. Yeah. Sandy was freaking out when she saw this. This just. Yeah.
I said, no
look
way.
at
Is there
that.
anybody
No.
in the chat that would actually do this? Like 800 feet in the air? Come on now. That's just nuts. on a tightrope.
Yikes.
Oh, and Teresa, these are the fireworks that Teresa discovered last year.
Yeah, the daytime fireworks. Yeah, these are
Yeah.
strange. Huh? Another glass bridge she found.
I couldn't find the name of this one that you found.
All right.
It's another one that starts out wide and gets really thin.
While researching the Diamond Bridge, I came across a couple others in China worth looking at. This one is so low to the ground, lights up, and is solid, but I can't believe this is in the middle of the city.
So this one is in glass, obviously. This is a normal bridge, but wow.
Yeah,
All I
it's
have to say is
cool.
wow.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway. There we go.
Yeah, I've seen that, Phyla. It's beautiful.
Another in the city, but even crazier. Oh my god, look at that.
It looks like a plastic bridge to me.
Yeah, it looks plastic, people going up the top, and oh my god.
Oh, I would not. I wouldn't go on an airplane, period. I was crash. They had to pay. They tried to pay us to take a flight the next day, and we were like, nope. We need to get on a plane right now, or we're never getting home.
These are circular glass bridges. One has a gigantic shower head that rains down and light show at night. Yeah, I'm thinking some of those trees down there in the grass are probably liking the rain showers.
I'm thinking they got to worry about erosion. That's what I'm thinking about.
Oh yeah, that's true. Good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how is that going to last if they keep doing that?
I don't
Wow.
know.
Well, yeah. Oh my God,
Whether
that's
they
just
refill it in the
insane.
air?
Are you kidding me?
I know.
God, this is so crazy. Wow. Okay, but this one is so crazy, so high up that people have snopes if it was real. The Ryegrass, I'm sorry, Glass Bridge in China is 460 feet off the ground, but unlike many glass bridges, this has a path with a solid floor for those unable to cross the glass path. Okay, so I guess one in the middle is solid and the ones on the outside are glass. But if you choose the solid path, you must walk up much higher than the glass. Oh, great choice there, you know.
It's like
Either
if
you
you're
look down
brave
the
and you walk
glass or
across the glass ones, you can go lower. But if you want to be a baby, which I would be, and you won't walk on the glass, well, you got to climb up like an extra 100 feet.
God, that is just, oh, I don't know. And if you wanted to run across, you'd have to run uphill. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it.
Uh-uh. I wonder if it's raining. That looks like it get really slippery. Like, look at the
Yeah,
clouds
really.
going over it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what do you do if it's wet, you know?
Hmm.
I mean, if the whole thing was covered in glass and it didn't have these little rails, I still couldn't do it. I don't know.
I don't know that these bridges are crazy.
Yeah, they are. Unbelievable. Yeah, stairs. I was aware of this simple in comparison glass bridge at the Grand Canyon, but nothing like the diamond or Rai bridges. Have you ever heard or seen of these before? Okay, this is the Grand Canyon. Of course, we know about that one.
And when I saw that one, I thought it was crazy because it's glass.
I
But
have,
now it's nothing. It's a little walkway. Who cares?
I think I have, wait, no, I'm
I
sorry.
still have another folder. I have another folder too.
Oh, yeah. I just wanted to show this one picture.
Okay.
I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, here it is. Yeah, look at that, how narrow. They're walking on it.
And they're drunk. There's people drinking on this bridge.
In Georgia, yeah. No, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't understand that. But maybe they have to be walked off the bridge. I don't know. You know, they have some kind of a protection thing.
I don't know.
Security. Oh, geez.
So Rick Satterwhite's stealing my saying. He says, "I know I would have seen this stuff like on Modern Marvels. I can't.
Yeah. Right.
I can't either."
All right.
All right.
La-
Okay,
last
guys.
one. Okay, this is your new one,
Last
right?
one
Last
tonight.
one. Okay.
While researching King Tut recently, I saw something related that has changed for me. So here's actually three more Egyptian questions for you. Because I added something recently.
That's very pretty lit up like that.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Please spell the name of the Egyptian god of the underworld or deceased, Osiris. It's just one letter. Do you remember it like Isis or Horus? Which one? Osiris. What's the letter that's missing? What do you remember? You know, I'm thankful. Now that I'm out of college, I'm thankful that I had classes like art history because I learned so much stuff that I probably wouldn't have and have found all these changes as a result. Curious, what do you remember?
I don't know this one. I don't think. No.
Okay, no problem. So Philo and Artsy both remember an I, so they're going to go with Isis. Anyone else? I is Gauss's best memory. I for Rick. This is the tamest of the Mandela effects too. The other two things are so much worse for me. And if you guys remember the next one, I don't know what reality you were from. Well, you were from this reality, but I don't know what reality I was from, because the next one's crazy. To me, it's crazy.
Ready?
Yep, we're ready. So it is I, like you guys remember. But just like Horus, I remember Osiris with a U. But it's always been an I. No, not Sirius, Cyrus. Osiris. While researching for residue, I came across something much stranger than a letter change. Again, studied this stuff in our history. Do you remember some Egyptian gods, including Osiris, being represented as green in art, hieroglyphs, and books? Yes or no, guys? Do you remember green? Skin. Do you remember the skin green? Curious, or do you remember green skin in
No.
hieroglyphs? Philo does remember green. Jeff does not. So we got 50-50 in the chat already. No, I do not remember green, says Gals. No for artsy. When colorized, yes, green, says Rick. Goblin green, yeah, that's pretty much the color. I mean, hieroglyphs had color. So it's not just Osiris, and Osiris is the god of the dead. So definitely not fertility. We can go on, Curiouser. I'm going to show you the other gods too that I found that were green. So I got Ra green. I think that's Isis. Horus. No, Horus is normal. There's a lot of green people at the top. And you guys see the imperial beard that this is why I had to hold off on covering this, because of the beards all being curved like a J. All of them. Not just King Tut. I mean, there's residue here of how I remember it, but most of them are that long, thin J shape, which I don't remember. And I do not remember the green skin, I'm sorry. This is residue of the Osiris I've learned about. Dark skin. Tan skin. And for the spelling, here's the eyes. And now the U's. There's lots of hieroglyphs and paintings that have color. Cuneiform tablets. Okay. We're coming up to another question. All right, this is a yes or no again, after this last piece of residue. Question 2, yes or no? Have you ever heard of the Egyptian zodiac?
No. I don't think so.
I want to wait on the chat for this.
I'm not sure.
Jeff Janzabar says no. Jade Strawberry is a no. Rick Satterwhite is a yes. Gauss is a no. Philo is a yes. Artsy is a no. Philo's heard. I may have actually heard of the Native American one. We can go on. We have enough answers in the chat, Garrison. I've heard of many types of zodiacs, including our traditional zodiac and Chinese zodiac, but I have never heard of the Egyptian zodiac, or that Egyptians use their zodiacs similarly to how people use our Western zodiac today. Have you ever heard of this? Half of you have not, so that's good. Next slide. I learned about it in the 2000s, post-internet. Still wait for it to get on my screen. Also, like our zodiac, the Egyptian version has 12 signs, but that is where the similarities end. Instead of constellations, their signs are mostly named after their deities, and each sign had specific dates from multiple months, which were not in the chronological order of the year. So, for example, Bastet was July 14th to the 28th, September 23rd to the 27th, and October 3rd to the 17th. So if you were born during those dates, your sign would be Bastet. I forget, I think Teresa's Toth. I forget what I was. But there is so much about ancient Egyptian astrology and the Egyptian zodiac, and I've never seen this before. You would think when I was researching King Tut, I would have come across this, and I didn't. I came across this with the other thing, with the Osiris. Yeah, I'm Horus, and Joey's Anubis. There used to be a TV show about Anubis. It was filmed in Australia or Britain. House of Anubis or something. I don't know. So here we have Osiris. Why is that labeled green? That should be labeled green. But the body should, because his skin is normal skin tone, like I remember. Not green skin tone. And there's the hieroglyphs of the Egyptian zodiac from one of the temples.
All right. We're gonna have to call it a night, guys. And it was a great show, everyone. So thank you all for joining.
Thank you, everyone. And thank you, John
We
Nada.
could cover a lot too. So good.
Yeah, I think you may have left because I haven't heard from him in a little bit. Oh, thank you guys. I'm sorry I was
Yes.
late. I'm sorry I fell asleep.
Okay.
It happens. It's been hot here.
Yeah.
The heat just does a number on me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out. Don't worry. I took screenshots, Eddie. I took screenshots of the car with the horse heads. I took screenshots of the flying hotel. I got screenshots. Don't worry. I have a show with Brian on
Wow.
Sunday, so I'll look for that. Okay?
Yeah. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night,
We'll see you
everyone.
next time.
See you in
Yeah,
next time. Yeah, in probably 2 weeks.
couple weeks.